Like many communities throughout northern Colorado, the city of Loveland offers a vast array of both hiking trails and biking trails throughout the city and in the foothills.
The City of Loveland provides numerous opportunities for outdoor activities. One of our treasures is the City of Loveland Trail System. It's 17.5 miles long. It's 13 miles of connected trail and about 5.5 miles that are separated. Most people start the trail system on the west side of town, and that's where our quarter-mile markers are. They start at Wilson Avenue, and then it proceeds along the river and heads north little east of US 287. And then it comes up into the Civic Center, which is where our Xeriscape Garden is, and you can travel and see the Xeriscape Garden. Head northeast along the one of the canals in the city, and through the city, and then heads up north to Boyd Lake State Park. Then at Boyd Lake State Park, at the very north end, we now curve back over to the west, and the trail runs through some open prairie areas and through rural areas, and terminates now at the north end of 287. And then we have another section of trail that's 5.5 miles on the west side, and that's all connected through several neighborhoods on the west side of town. Again, you can start at US 34, the group publishing, and pick up the trail in that location, and then head north and back over to the east through several neighborhoods that are connected on the trail. In our master plan, the trails will connect, and it will make an entire loop and circumference around the city. The trail system is open to all residents, and it accommodates walkers and people on bicycles. Families with children and tricycles can be found, skateboarders. We don't allow horses on our trail system. Of course, it's accessible in almost all areas. We have a couple underpasses that are above the ADA crossing level. They're too steep, but in most areas the trail is fully accessible. It averages about 8 foot wide in the narrower, older parts of the city. And on the north sections that have been constructed in the last 10 years, the trail is 10 foot wide. There are several areas that are adjacent to natural areas along the river, and the river has the greatest opportunity to see wildlife. On a particular day in the spring, you might encounter a herd of elk on the trail or mule deer. You'll see fox or coyote in the morning or at sunset. You'll see numerous raptors, hawks and eagles, owls. You just have to listen to the birds. It's beautiful along the river. Other opportunities are two of our parks, large parks that are along the trail system. Centennial Park is a park that parallels the river off of First. And another great park is our new Fairgrounds Park, which is over 80 acres, and the river runs about 1.25 miles through that park. Lake Loveland has an area we call the South Shore Scenic Parkway. It's a trail system that goes through, essentially parallels the highway, and it connects numerous little pocket areas and sculptures, and so there's wonderful sculptures all along that section of trail. You can make a loop and go all the way north up to North Lake Park. But ultimately it starts and it runs basically around the south side of the lake. So great views, wonderful opportunities for just walking and enjoying the scenery. Although the City of Loveland offers many opportunities with paved trails, there are other opportunities to get off the beaten path or onto hiking trails. One of them in particular is the Devil's Backbone Trail, which connects up to the City of Fort Collins trail system along the foothills. That's a soft path hiking trail. There's a parking area. As you head west, you might be surprised to learn that the City of Loveland actually has a mountain park. It's 4 miles to the west of the dam store. It's Vistine Smith Mountain Park, and it has several historic buildings built by the Conservation Corps in the 1930s. It provides great picnic opportunities, walking paths, you can get right to the river, and it also has reservable shelters for the City of Loveland, so you can host a wedding there if you like, or a large family picnic.
course, there are a lot of opportunities on the paved trail in Loveland, but there are a few opportunities off the beaten path in Loveland that people might not be aware of. One is called the Maury Wildlife Reserve on the west side of Loveland. It's just west of the Mariana Butte Golf Course, and it's along the Big Thompson River. There's a 10-acre pond on the property and about a 1-mile soft surface trail. There are no bikes allowed there. It's a walking-only area. And this area was preserved for its wildlife habitat and for passive recreation uses, environmental education, bird watching, nature study, those types of things. The property is about 27 acres and has wetlands and also a lot of cottonwood trees, so there's quite a variety of wildlife habitat. So we have a variety of wildlife there, such as elk and deer. We've had elk calve on the property before. We also have had sightings of mountain lions and black bears, and of course there are lots of smaller mammals too. The pond itself remains unfrozen in the wintertime when a lot of other ponds are frozen over in Loveland, so we have a lot of waterfowl use in the winter. We also have other wading birds and quite a variety of migratory songbirds as well as raptors. We've had a great horned owl nest there almost every year. The other site that people might not be aware of is called the Meadowbrook Natural Area, and that is located just west Highway 34 at Cascade Avenue near Group Publishing. This property is about 27 acres, and you can also access it from the paved recreation trail. So it's kind of a unique opportunity there. You can use the paved recreation trail to get there and then go off onto the soft surface trail, which is the Loudon Ditch Road, and we have the access rights to use that as a pedestrian trail. This area is also a storm drainage area, so there's a small pond there and quite a bit of wetlands and cottonwood trees as well.
It's just great in terms of the way it's all connected, and it links up to a state park. It's a great opportunity for the city.